Welcome, everybody, to Doniphan High School football here on Current River Broadcasting. The Dons are out on the field. They're having a coin toss, getting ready to take on the Caruthersville Tigers in what will be the third game of the season. And the Dons come in 0-2. Caruthersville comes in with a 1-1 record. And Dalton Pennington alongside. And Dalton, this is my first game. I have missed that first one, and you called that game. And Don started out really good that first drive, but after that it kind of went south for them.
It did. They did a great job of controlling the ball there in the first quarter. Like you said, I think it was about 10 minutes before they got all the way down inside the 10, ended up turning it over, and gave it right back to Kelly, and Kelly marched it down and scored. And they picked up a couple first downs after that, but really that drive was kind of the peak of the game for them. It went downhill a little bit after that in the second half, but that first drive, if they can do that repeatedly throughout the season, they'll be all right because it eats up a lot of time, and you don't have to worry about, giving up that many points.
I mean, you don't ever see anybody take the whole first quarter, basically the whole first quarter. But if you score there, the momentum's a little different, but they ended up losing that game, and then they went to Kennett last week and lost that game as well. And they come in tonight, like I said, they're 0-2, and Caruthersville 1-1. And Caruthersville lost to Park Hills, and they beat Malden. And then you said that Malden beat Kelly pretty good.
No, Kelly beat Malden.
Kelly beat Malden pretty good.
And we played Malden in the Jamboree, and the boys came back, and I was talking to them, and they said, well, Malden's the team to beat around here. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. And, I mean, Kelly, that was like I'd have to look back at the score. It was 35-plus for sure to nothing. So maybe Malden isn't as good as the boys thought maybe. Maybe that's, kind of what we're looking at here, or we might just have trouble, one of the two.
Well, I guess we'll find out here shortly. The players are still out at midfield with a coin toss. Both teams have 4 players out there, and it seemed like it's taking a little longer. I know before the game, I was over talking to Coach Adam Epps, and he told the Caruthersville coach that all 5 officials, or 6, how many is there, 5?
Should be 5.
Okay, all 5 of them was down talking to Coach Lance, and Adam told the Caruthersville coach that when they got done talking to him, that they wanted to talk to the Caruthersville coach. And I don't know if I've ever seen that before or not. I don't know if they've maybe got some new rules or something that they've played 2 games. If they should know them, I would think. But they did. They went and talked to him after they talked to Coach Lance. So I don't know what that was all about.
Did he tell you about the hash mark situation? Did he tell you about that?
No.
One of the sidelines, the hash marks are offset from where they're supposed to be. 3 of them line up perfect, and the other ones are 3 inches off.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I don't remember what Epps said, which side was. I don't know. They didn't catch it because he just repainted over Week 1's lines. So Week 1 didn't catch it. But now, if you look, I'm guessing it's the 3 farthest. I think it's this sideline that's off because these 3 look like they're all straight. But I think this sideline right here is off 3 or 4 inches.
Well, it won't really affect anything because the chains are on the other side, right?
Correct. And they spot most of the time in the middle anyway. So it shouldn't matter. And maybe they're just giving both coaches the heads up, but, hey, this side doesn't – that we're going with these 3 or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do that. I wasn't in that conversation. But Epps did say one of the sidelines, their hash marks are all 4 inches all the way down. So
it looks like Caruthersville is going to get the ball first. Luke Emmons is going to be the kicker, and we got number 8. That is Jermonte Alexander deep for Caruthersville. And Luke Emmons is the kickoff man, and we are underway. And a squib kick down the field, picked up, and we got a whistle blown on the kickoff. I don't know if the Dons were offside or if they weren't ready to.
The clock looks like it's at 11 seconds. I think that's probably a problem.
Well, he'd picked the ball up over there, number 2. That is Danny Ricks, and he had plenty of room to run there. He picked it up about the 21, 22-yard line.
They are setting him back 5 yards there, which is unfortunate because the game clock wasn't even set and ready to go, so the officials didn't even check it. It was 11 seconds.
They must have been offsides on the kickoff.
Had to have been, yeah.
They are back at the 35 instead of the 40. Now the deep man is way up close, and they're going to catch it at the 40-yard line and fall on it. Number 18, Devarian Creighton. And you see that a lot when them balls squib like that. They just fall on it to make sure that they don't fumble it trying to pick it up and take off running with it.
Well, of course, I went to school at Doniphan, so we didn't have football when I went through school, but we played Pee Wee football, and there was about a line. Of course, you play 2 or 3 lines deep, and then you got, the back 3 guys, and that's what
any of them up above.
Anybody above the 3
they're
guys.
Blockers.
Hey,
don't run.
Hey, don't be a hero. You just fall on it, okay?
All right.
Them other guys can get to it. You let them have it.
It is 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, and the quarterback keeper gets to the outside, and boy, look at that on the first play. He takes it to the house. Man, look at him run. That is number 8, and that's Jermonte Alexander, and he's not even listed as a quarterback. That may have been one of those, what do they call that, pistol or something like that?
Yeah, last year, if I remember, I looked at the roster today when Matt sent it to me, and that Galladay is the quarterback they had last year, and he's listed as the team captain and as quarterback. So you might be right.
That must be a direct snap to
yeah.
And actually, they have Alexander's listed as a wide receiver, and he's the one that run that in. That was a 59-yard touchdown run on the very first play of the game, 10 seconds in, and that is not a good way to start. And the extra point try is, I think somebody got a hand on that, partially blocked it. It's no good. So just that quick, Caruthersville goes 59 yards in one play. And, man, I tell you what, he was getting it, wasn't he? He was flat out running. He just outrun because when he first got through the line, there was still 3 or 4 Dons back there, and he just run off and left them. So not a good start, and I'm sure that's not the way the coaching staff wanted to see this one start. And you said they beat Malden 49-14, I think somebody said. Was that?
I'll have to look back. Let's see. I have them pulled up.
Well, I will say one thing. It is a beautiful evening for a football game. It's not too hot. Of course, those guys out there on the field is going to be sweating some, but it is really nice outside. And the last couple of weeks, we've had some really nice weather.
Right. It just seemed like it kind of went from being 98 to about 84, 85, and it's just been nice. They lost 21-58 to Park Hills, and then they won 49-14 against Malden.
Okay. So they won one game big, and they got blowed out in the other one. But that was a quick touchdown there. And the kick is going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. Cuts back over to the center of the field, and, boy, he gets hammered at the 30-yard line. And that is Logan Price.
Number 12 is Logan Price, bringing the ball out for Doniphan.
Looked like he had a little room there, but when he cut back out to the outside there, he probably would have been better off if he stayed to the inside.
Well, he did a real good job there. When he fielded that, he kind of let that blocker that was to his right get out in front of him, but he didn't kind of get in his back pocket and take off. He kind of let it develop, and then he got overran pretty quick.
Well, the Dons will start at their own 31-yard line, and they already trail 6-0. We've only played 14 seconds. Chris Black will be quarterback. And it looks like we got Luke Emmons and Carson LaRue.
Yep.
And Joel Rhines in the backfield. And there's a run right up the middle. And that was Carson LaRue. And he picks up good yardage there on first down. He gets about, well, they're going to spot it at the 36. So it's still a 5-yard gain on first down. Caruthersville got that one boy is a bit, number 69. He is a hoss out there. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Just underway here at the Doniphan High School. Game 3 of the season. This time Luke Emmons gets the handoff. He runs over a couple of guys and gets out to the 42, and that should be a first down. So 2 good running plays right off the bat. You know, we talked about this the last couple of years since they started football back. sooner or later they're going to have to get a little bit of a passing game somehow or another to keep the defense honest, because sooner or later they're just going to start all getting up to line of scrimmage, even though there was some good blocking going on there on that play, actually on both of them so far. When Chris Black runs over to the sideline to get the play, he's going to be wore out if he runs over to the sideline every time to get the play. I didn't notice if he did on that play, that last play, or not.
They switch it up a little bit. Their Logan Price runs it in every now and then, and he switches out with Sean Gazaway.
Luke Emmons gets the handoff, and he is met at the 40-yard line, going to lose a couple of yards. And that was big number 55, Oscar Dominguez, for the Caruthersville Tigers. And that's going to be a loss of 2 yards.
For a loss, led by number 55, Oscar Dominguez, able to make the initial stop.
We've played just over 2 minutes. Don's trail 6-0. And the stand's starting to get a little bit full over there. A few minutes ago, they was only about half full, but it's getting pretty close to being full on the other side. 2nd and 12. The double handoff. This time it's Rios gets it, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets up to the 49-yard line of Caruthersville. Well, we got a flag down. And that's usually going to be a holding call, because I think the umpire in the middle is the one that threw that flag. And if he did, that will probably be a holding call. And, you pick up 11 yards and you're going to go back 10. Maybe that's the reason he was so open.
Either that, or it's just like that tends to happen where somebody not even involved in any direction of the play gets flagged for holding, and then you back the whole thing up.
Yeah, and in high school, too, I keep forgetting they call that from the spot of the foul. They take it off from the spot of the foul, don't they? Because,
right.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2nd and about 16, I believe. So Chris Black under center. Hands it off to Rios. He cuts in to the middle, and he's going to pick up a yard or two, but that's about it. So we'll see. We'll see if the passing game comes into play here with a 3rd, and it's going to be about 15, 14 maybe, 3rd and 14. They got to get to the 48 of Caruthersville to get a first down. And running the ball, they're running a little time off the clock, but sooner or later you got to get the ball in the end zone. Black fades back, passes out in the flat. Luke Emmons gets it, gets around his man, and he's going to get up really close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. But a good run there by Luke Emmons, and he is going to be just a little bit short, I think. But that'll give him a lot easier opportunity to go for it on 4th down, even though they are right at midfield. I think they're going to spot it at the 49. This is one of them where you got to get good blocks and don't hold, and make sure nobody gets across that line like that last play on Emmons down here where he got hit in the backfield. So it will be 4th down and 1.
Gain of about 14. Is that what we're going to call that last play?
Yeah. Well, they had 3rd and 3rd and 14 on the board, but I think it was 3rd and 15.
That's what I had. Okay. We'll call that 13 then.
So they 1 for 1 for 13 yards, huh?
Not bad.
Man in motion is Rios. He gets the snap, and he gets the ball, and he's going to get the. Did he get it or not? They mark him back there.
That's what it looks like.
Oh my goodness! I thought he was up there. They're gonna measure it, but it looks like to me he's short, don't it, you? But that might be one of them deals too, where you
maybe that's
can't
the cricket
tell.
sideline we're looking at over there.
Well, it sure looked like he fell forward farther than that. Maybe the knee went down. that's going to hurt if they don't get the first down there, because that's going to give them fantastic field position. By the way, the next couple of weeks, the Dons will be on the road, and New Madrid, I believe, next week. Is that
New
right?
Madrid next week, and then Dexter the week after that, and then we're back at home for that Saturday 12 o'clock start against Father Tolton, and then we're at home again the week after that, East Prairie, and then we'll go to the road to Chaffee, and then back home for Scott City again.
Yep, they didn't make it, so they're going to have to turn the ball over on downs to Caruthersville. A big stop there for the Caruthersville defense. Well, you hate to see that right around my midfield there. If they're farther down in your territory, it's not quite so bad, but that gives them a short field to work with. That's funny because the ball was on this side of the 48 when they were checking it. Now when they put it down, It's on that side of the 48.
I wish we'd have got that spot.
If they'd have got that, if he'd have put it there, they'd have had the first down, I think. Handoff, and that's the same guy, number 8, and they do have him listed as wide receiver. They don't have him as a running back.
Number 2 ran it there.
Oh, was that number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's Danny Ricks. He is listed as a running back. And they've got number 10 at a quarterback, don't they? There's 12.
12.
Ryan Guest, a sophomore. The number 10 and number 12 both out there, and they're both listed as quarterbacks. No, 10's wide receiver. Well, you look out there, it looks like there's about 15 guys on the field for them right now, the way they're spread out there. He's in the shotgun. That was no gain on that last play. Handoff up the middle, and a nice play there is going to be tackled in the backfield. And the first one there was Luke Emmons, I believe. And that was Ricks again, and he lost a yard or two on that one. So 2 good defensive plays by the Dons. Now if they can do that one more time here, but they'll probably throw the ball now, I would think. I don't know how much they throw the ball.
Well, watching them warm up, that's all I saw them do.
I know, they did.
I'm kind of surprised it was they've been on the ground this much, which, I mean, they've only ran 4 plays, but.
Fake the handoff, and we got a flag. They're going to call offsides.
Penalty against Doniphan.
Well, that helps Caruthersville out. Now, if I got that right, number 10 is playing quarterback, right?
That's correct.
Well, they've got him listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back. Abion Motton.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened on that offside.
I don't know. He was talking to one of the Dons players. Well, that makes it a 3rd and 5, so pitch out. Man gets to the outside, and there he goes again. That's number 8. That is Alexander, and he's going to pick up the first down. If he gets on that outside, he's just going to outrun him, and that's what he did. Luckily, they didn't let him get all the way around the edge there. They're going to spot it at 35. So it will be 1st and 10. The Dons had a chance to get out of that. That penalty hurt. And how many times have we said that over the last 3 years? Penalties and turnovers. They would almost had to pass the ball there instead of running that option play. 5:40 to go first quarter. 6-0 Caruthersville, and they're driving again. Martin, the quarterback, is in the shotgun, standing on the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage at 35. Takes it, hands it off, and hitting the backfield again, and Ricks is going to be piled up. Good gang tackling by the Dons as he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They had a shot at him a couple of yards back. Couldn't bring him down, but they're doing a good job on the run so far.
Well, even that week 1 where we were on the air, they did a great job. They got in the backfield a lot, and like I said, had a 6'1", 215-pound running back. He broke a couple big gainers, but for the most part, Dons did a good job of containing them. It was just going to the air that they really kind of.
Well, they had to go to that option play to get the first down a while ago too. I mean, just the straight runs have Dons have done real well so far. 2nd and 10. Man in motion. And they hand it off to him, and that's him again. There he goes to the outside, and he is still going, dragging players with him, and they still haven't got him down, but they stopped his forward progress. And that Jermonte Alexander, according to this, he is just a sophomore, and he's one of the captains.
Alexander doing the ball carrying for Caruthersville.
The other 3 captains is Galladay, Isaiah Rogers, and Motton.
I'm wondering if Galladay is hurt because if you remember, we had 2 years ago where we picked up the first win, the overtime win against Caruthersville.
Mm-hmm.
I called that one by myself. He was the quarterback back then. And then last year, I went to Caruthersville to watch that game. I filmed the end zone camera, and he was starting quarterback last year. So I would imagine.
I'm looking over here on the sideline to
I don't
see
even
it.
see him. That was what I was getting ready to say. I don't know if maybe he got hurt last week or didn't travel. Something came up, didn't travel or what. But
They have 3 or 4 players that's got jerseys on that they're not dressed out, but I don't see. He wears number 3, and I don't see a number 3 out there. But we got a timeout with 4:32 to go in the first quarter. That last play, Alexander got down to the 19-yard line, picked up another first down. So Caruthersville threatening to score again. If they can keep the ball out of his hands, they've done good. They've done well.
right.
He's a one-man wrecking crew so far. Had a 59-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game. It's kind of strange, though, that they don't have Motton down as a quarterback, and he's playing quarterback. In the shotgun again. Takes it and hands it off to Ricks. Ricks goes to the right side, and again, stopped after about a yard gain. Maybe not even a yard of it. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the line of scrimmage. You're going to have to put a spy on Alexander. Somebody just he was out of the game and then came back in. He may be the one that looked like he was a little bit shook up there after that last play. But he comes back in after one play off. And he's going to line up out in the slot to the left side. .345 to go first quarter. Caruthersville up 6-0. 2nd and 10 from the Don's 19-yard line. And he's in motion again. And they fake the handoff. And Motton's going to keep it himself. And good defense there. And Luke Emmons in there again. He's already got 3 or 4 tackles. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Well, and I'll tell you somebody else that we've only called his name once, but Devin Horton's done a great job. I think I've seen him in the backfield almost every play, and he's the guy that kind of jumps out there wide and has to force him back inside to Luke Emmons. And Luke's racking up some tackles, but I think Devin's doing a great job getting in the backfield.
Fades back to pass. Throws it out on the right side, and they're going to sack. Well, they had him way back there, and now
There's Devin Horton.
Is that who that was?
That was who that was.
He slams him out at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard loss.
Oh, they throw a flag out there on that. Surely not.
No, it's going to be a holding on Caruthersville. They declined that, and they get 4th and 20.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the 29, but it was around the 29-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 27. So that was a 8-yard loss. You think on 4th and 18 they'll go for it from where they're at? Because that's going to be a pretty long field goal.
I think it's going to be a long field goal, and looking at some of the points that Caruthersville racked up, I figure they're going to be kind of squad. They're going to go for it 4th down. And I think if they get a 2-touchdown lead, it wouldn't surprise me if we see them even on the other side of the 50 going for it.
It looks like the offense is staying out there.
They're going to be real aggressive.
Well, just make sure you keep an eye on number 8. Look like Lorenzo Rios is, no, I'm sorry, it's going to be Sean Gazaway. He's lined up on Alexander out here in the slot. They've got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And we must have a player that's got a little blood on him. He's going to have to come out. Kenyon Bogan.
He's got quite a bit. He's going to rip it.
All right, here we go. 4th and 16. He rolls out to the left side. He's going to run it. He falls down. That's going to give the ball to the Dons. I don't think he would have got the first down anyway.
I don't think so. They were starting to swarm. When in doubt, just rip the part of the shirt off that's got the blood on it, right?
And he's coming back out on the field. I guess he's coming out there to play defense now. So the Dons get it on turnover on downs. The good defensive stand there by the Dons that time. And they did a really good job against the run, except for just a couple of plays so far. And now we'll see what they can do with their second possession with 2:38 left in the first quarter, trailing 6-0.
I think if they have their way here, they're still going to be in possession of the ball come second quarter. I think they're going to try to burn all this off here, make it a 1-score game at the end of 1.
Black hands it off, and LaRue has it. And he's going to be stacked up about the line of scrimmage. Yep, they're going to mark him right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Number 24.
Well, they do a lot of motion, and all 3 of those running backs are running everywhere. It's hard to tell sometimes who they hand it off to from here.
Right. They actually gave him a yard gain on that.
Well, he sure did.
That's going to be 2 carries for LaRue now for 6 yards.
Ball at the 31-yard line of the Dons. Emmons in motion. He gets the handoff, hitting the backfield, shakes him off, bulls his way out. He's still on his feet, and he's going to run out for a first down. A great run by Luke Emmons, as he's going to pick up about 12 yards on that play, it looks like. They're going to.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just running over people and carrying them with him.
Yeah.
They spotted at the 49, and they were at the 36, so that'd be a 13-yard pickup there.
Not quite
I
sure.
remember at the end of last year, he was starting
really
to carry people with him.
And I'll tell you, he was a big part of that opening drive. And then we got down in here about outside the 20, and he looked like he rolled an ankle, and it just wasn't the same for him after that.
1st and 10, Dons from their own 44. This time Rios is in motion. He gets the handoff, and he's going to be tackled. The ball comes out, and I think he was down, but they're not going to call it.
I think the Dons end up coming away with it there, but I think you're right.
Nope, they give it to Caruthersville.
Wow.
I'm almost sure he was down. If you have a replay, see, there you go. Moving the ball, turnover, penalties, they just flat out kill you. I think he was down, but you can't,
Yeah, well,
don't have replay. So
it's almost like he flopped over on his back, and then the ball came out. I mean, it should be downed.
So, again, Caruthersville with fantastic field position on the Dons 38. .105 left in the first quarter. Caruthersville scored on 59-yard run by Alexander the first time they had the ball. Ricks gets it, runs out to the right side, running along the line of scrimmage, gets around the corner, and he's going to pick up a few yards, going to get down close to the 30-yard line. And that'll be about a 6-yard gain. That time he got around the corner just a little bit. They couldn't quite bring him down.
Well, that's what he did on his big gainer, too. If he manages to get past that line and get outside that corner, he gets gone in a hurry.
2nd and 5. Actually, I think it's 2nd and 4, but a high snap. Handoff to Ricks. Comes over to the left side. He's hit hard, but he's going to get down inside the 25. And that will give Caruthersville another first down. So the last two plays, Ricks has finally got a little bit of yardage after the first 4 or 5 carries, not getting anything at all. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to 35 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Motton has Ricks on his left shoulder. He's going to pass it, and the ball is thrown behind the receiver, and it falls incomplete. Don's almost had a chance for interception there. He didn't look too confident on that throw, did he?
No, and the more I watch him back there, I'm wondering if something hasn't happened to Galladay where he's their starter, and this may be this guy's first game because they've gone heavy run, and that throw, like you said, kind of real shaky, kind of wobbled out there and about 2 foot behind his receiver.
2nd and 10. Ricks takes a handoff, hitting the backfield, and he gets away, and he's going to almost get back to the line of scrimmage, but again, a great job by the Dons. Who was that? Was that number 68 or 69? Trenton Anders, was that who that was that hit him back in the backfield? Yeah, we got another timeout with 9 seconds. Oh, we got a player down.
It's going to be Charlie Jones, isn't it? Is that 59?
Yeah, I believe it's 59.
Well, you want to take this time and go to a commercial?
Yeah, let's do that. 6-0's our score. We got 9 seconds left first quarter. And probably ought to just take a 30-second break probably, and we'll be right back.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We're Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
back on?
Yeah, he's on his last commercial. He's got queued up.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still in a delay here. Charlie Jones was the injured player for the Dons, and they're trying to get him ready to be taken over, I think, to the ambulance over there. So it must be something fairly serious. I know he hasn't moved very much there.
No.
Been laying on his back. Well, we didn't see what happened because it was behind the play. But they are... He's been well taken care of, and even Caruthersville coaches out there making sure that he's okay. We have 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Caruthersville. They have the ball at the Doniphan 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 10 when we resume play here. All the players on both teams are over at their sidelines, down on a knee. And I assume that's probably his mom out there on the field. It's got, that says 56. I thought it said 59.
I don't think that is. I did see Mr. Jones come out there. I see him right now.
It's always a scary moment. Football can be a dangerous sport. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of the kids like the hard hitting and stuff, but it can be dangerous at times. So hopefully he will be okay when they get him to the hospital, get everything checked out.
Looks like both teams took a knee there and said a prayer for Charlie Jones. Our thoughts are with him and the Jones family, and hope everything's okay there.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to come back out and play football after something like that happens, too. So we'll see how both teams respond here. Sometimes it can fire your team up, and sometimes it works the other way.
Most definitely.
So it's 3rd down, 10. With 9 seconds left first quarter. And Caruthersville has got to get to the 15-yard line for a first down. This is where Jermonte Alexander has done the damage. They like to get the ball to him. And they throw it out in the flat, a screen pass. They got him behind the line. He's going to go to the other side if he gets to the outside. And the Dons are actually going to get him right at the 30-yard line for a loss. And that is several negative yards plays that they have had. He actually caught the ball on the left side, tried to go all the way back to the right side, and the Dons just gang tackling.
Well, there's a whole lot of running going on for -3 there. Yeah, and that's kind of what I told you last week. Other than a couple big gainers there by a pretty good-sized running back in week 1, Dons did a pretty good job on defense. They were just kind of blown up in the secondary in the pass game is what really hurt them.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It'll be 4th down and 10 from the 30-yard line, and I'm sure they'll go for it again when we return after a 1-minute break with second quarter action, 6-0 Caruthersville.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Welcome back, everybody. And they are going to go for it on fourth down again. The last time they were unsuccessful. Motton takes a snap. He's going to throw it deep and is going to be caught. And I think it's out of bounds. He caught it, but the official, he says incomplete. I'm not sure he hung on to it, but he did catch it to start with. So that will be fourth down, and the Dons will take over on downs again. So two defensive stands in deep in their territory here. They've got the ball back again. So we'll see what they can do on offense. So far, a penalty and a turnover have really hurt the Dons. They've run the ball pretty well so far. We've got to wrap that ball up. Just underway in the second quarter. It's 6-0 Caruthersville. And the Dons will set up at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. And we got a stoppage in play here. I don't know. The referee blew the whistle there and sending the Dons back to their huddle.
Well, that ball shouldn't be spotted at the 30.
It is.
It shouldn't be. It should be at the 35.
Was that where they were at, the 35?
I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
Because that's where the original line of scrimmage was, but they were back 5 yards.
Handoff up the middle, and that is Joel Rhines. And he's going to pick up 5 yards. Another good run. You can average 5 yards a carry. You're gonna run it down the field.
But I think they just swapped the chains, which was the original line.
It may have been. I can't remember where it was at.
Fourth and 15, fourth and 16, and I'm wanting to say it was back on about the 35 or the 36.
Well, I guess too late now, ain't it?
Right.
2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. Emmons in motion. Black rolls out, pitches to Emmons. Emmons is going to be tackled for about a yard or two loss, and they did a good job. Caruthersville did a good job on that option play.
Number 37.
I think Black might have got rid of it just a hair too quick.
Brought down by a couple of
The object of that option play is to make the defense come to the quarterback and then pitch
one way or
it.
another, right. Well, Luke's got 4 carries for about 15 yards. He's got 2 positives and 2 negatives, so he's due for another positive, I guess.
Well, we got a 3rd and looks like about 7 now after that 2-yard loss. And again, no wide receivers out. Set up looks like for a run. And another negative play tackled in the backfield is going to be LaRue. And you can already tell the Caruthersville are all getting up on the line because they know the Dons are going to run the ball. They need to run more of those plays like they did that pass to Luke Emmons.
no gain on the play. That's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Doniphan.
Are they going to go for it on their 30-yard line? Well, if you don't get it here, you're asking for trouble. I guess he thinks the defense has been playing good enough, but how long are they going to be able to hold up? 4th and 10. Black passes it out to Emmons, and he's not going to make it. Even the way he can run, they're just gang tackling. It took about 6 guys to bring him down, but he's not going to get the first down. He's going to come up about 4 yards short. That would have been a good play to run on 2nd or 3rd down.
Well, I mean, Coach Lance may be thinking that Caruthersville, oh, no, they had a –
That's going to turn the ball over. Going to bring it 1st and
Coach Lance may be thinking that he turns the ball there. It's the exact same place Caruthersville had it to start.
Well, that's true.
And maybe he thinks that he's not losing anything by giving it right back to him. I
wish
know.
they'd pass a little more on first or second down, though, and try to get a little bit of yards that way and take some of the pressure off. I mean, they had everybody right up on the line of scrimmage. Well, a high snap. Ball goes through the hands of Motton. He's going to come up with it, and he is going to be tackled for a big loss. Probably done good to get back what he got back.
Right.
Because he was all the way back to midfield there, and he got it back to looks like about the 43-yard line.
Joel Rhines got right to him and kind of dove to make that ankle tackle, and he slipped out of it. So
that was really a high snap. It went way over Motton's head.
Well, I feel like that's happened 5 or 6 times tonight. He's just been an athlete and gone up and gotten it.
Yeah.
Brought it back down, but I don't know.
That was a loss of, they spotted at the 43, a loss of 7, second and 17. Motton throws it out in the flat. It's caught, and I think that's Alexander again, and he's going to get down to the 30, so he's back within about 4 yards of the first down. It's kind of hard to play right up on him on the line of scrimmage because if you do, he's liable to just run right by you.
Yeah, if he beats you with the first step, he's gone.
Actually, that was number 4 that caught that. Isaiah Rogers. Well, they marked him back, didn't they, a little bit. It's at the 31. It's going to be a 3rd and 5. They got to get to the 26. Fake to Ricks. Motton's going to carry it himself. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get inside the 25, and that'll give him a first down. They got a hand on him again, but they couldn't bring him down before he got the first down. 7:55 to go in the first half. It's still 6-0. Caruthersville scored on that first play of the game, 59-yard run. And the Dons have held their own, especially on the defensive side since then.
First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Motton has been in the shotgun all night long, and Ricks has been in the backfield. And he's going to get the handoff. Cuts to the outside, and he is hit hard. And that is Luke Emmons again. And a little shaky this time is Ricks as he's down now. He got hit hard by Luke Emmons there, and that's going to be another negative play there of about 2 or 3 yards. And now we're going to have a timeout to check on Ricks. It's hard to say there what happened there. I don't know if it was a leg or an ankle down low, or he got hit awful hard.
Well, he got hit hard, but I feel like he was kind of standing still when Luke got there. I'm wondering if maybe he didn't try to, juke left, juke right, roll an ankle or something pop on him, and then kind of stood him up for Luke to.
They're looking at a knee, it looks like.
Yeah, because it almost looked like he was, kind of an athletic position and stood straight up, and then Luke kind of leveled him back down. I'm wondering if he didn't do something prior to Luke getting to him.
So this is the second time we've had stopped for injury. And
I'll tell you something we didn't have. It's been the first time I feel like since we've been calling football games. Week 1, I think there was only one kid go down with a Charlie horse cramp or something like that.
Usually when warm weather like this, it happens a lot.
First week, I felt like a couple years ago when it was real hot and he had the windows fogging up over here. I bet it happened 15, 20 times that game.
It did.
And I have noticed they haven't taken an official timeout for water either. Which
That's
normally
true.
Still
That's
happens
true. They were
pretty
doing
early.
that, weren't they?
Right. And that did happen in week 1. They were doing that.
Well, Ricks comes off the field. He's being helped a little bit there, so we'll see if he comes back in the game, and we'll also see who they put in at running back. Looks like number 23, Sammy Bryant. He is a freshman if he's the one that they put in the backfield. I'm kind of surprised they haven't got the ball to Alexander here much lately. Not like they were early. And that was a loss of a couple of yards, so it's 2nd and 12. Snap back, pass out, caught, And going back into the inside and getting inside the 20. And that's going to be Isaiah Rogers again. He's the same one who caught the pass on the other side. And now he's hurt. I almost thought that somebody got a face mask there because it looked like his head got yanked back. Now the trainers is getting a workout coming out on the field now.
Right.
I know I talked to Jeff Dawes over there earlier. He said this is the first time this year that they have come to the Doniphan football games. He said they had something worked out where they've got a clinic over here, and they're going to try to come like once a week, and some of the kids that are injured or something.
Does he not have to come off? Okay, there he's coming off. I'd say he took his helmet off laying on the ground. That's
I think. Well, I know in college you have
one
to.
play for sure. That happened that Cincinnati Arkansas game. I was over there. Cincinnati had a helmet come off about every other play.
They must have called a face mask. I thought I seen his head yanked back because they moved the ball down to the 10-yard line. And they were at the 25, so that'd be 15 yards. So another penalty. That sets Caruthersville up with a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. And it is Bryant in the backfield. In the backfield. He takes the handoff, and he is down at about the line. Guess who? That's a tackle again, Luke Emmons.
Well, the only thing I don't like about that face mask call is there wasn't a single flag on the field until the kids started pulling on it, and the next thing you know, we're back.
I didn't see one.
I didn't officially see it. I'm like you. I think it probably did happen, but.
Well, I liked it when they used to have the 5-yard and the 15-yarder, not just all 15-yarders.
Right.
You know, but a lot of times they'll just touch it and let go of it, but it's still a 15-yarder all the time now. Handoff this time, and that is Ricks is back in there, and he gets tackled for another loss, and that was number 23 for the Dons. Matthew Schrader.
Yep.
He got him for about a 4-yard loss, so that's going to put him 3rd and goal, I think, at the 14-yard line. I tell you what, the Dons are just really doing well on defense. They're playing well. Offense need to give them some help. Besides that, they're out there a lot, too. That's another thing. Going to get tired before the game's over. Martin rolls out, lobs it up in the end zone, and there's a flag down. I don't know if he caught that or not, but there's going to be an interference call on somebody.
Isaiah Rogers was able to catch the ball.
He didn't give the touchdown signal. I think it must be on the offense because he didn't give a touchdown call.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pointing to Caruthersville.
The Dons are lining up in the end zone, though. They didn't give a touchdown signal.
Pass interference.
No, it's going to be a touchdown. No, unless the official over here on the side I couldn't see called touchdown. The one at the back of the end zone, he didn't call a touchdown. He threw the flag and was waving his arms.
Huh.
Yeah, but they get the touchdown, and they'll go for 2 now to try to put them up 14. That was Rogers that got the touchdown catch. He's got 3 catches, I believe, now. So Martin will hand it off, and Ricks gets in there for the 2-point conversion from 3 yards out, and that makes it 14-0. So I believe what I said just a minute ago maybe already taken effect. The defense is out there so much. The offense has got to get something sustained, even if they don't score. You know, I know a lot of those guys play both ways too, and that makes it even harder.
Well, and it's happened twice in crucial situations. We've got 3 penalties called against us, lost 25 yards, and 2 of them for sure have come in situations where we've given Caruthersville another life, or in that case, didn't wind up being that 15-yarder. That 15-yard face mask is what I'm talking about.
That really hurt.
Yeah, that one's the
because
really
they
Right.
They were going to have a 3rd and long, I think, or maybe 4th and long. I forgot which it was, but.
And then we had the 5-yard penalty down here, which instead of being about 4th and 12 or whatever it was, set it up, made it 4th and 7, and 3rd and 7, and they ended up going for it and getting it there too. So 2 big penalties have hurt the Dons.
Well, we've harped on that, ever since they started football back here about, and I know, you got to be patient.
Right.
But.
And, I mean, penalties are part of the game. They happen. I mean, they happen every single play.
But they always
don't get called.
seems like they happen to the Dons at a really crucial time.
Exactly. That's what you've got to eliminate. You got to at least get that number down of the number of times that it lets you, it hurts you. Not.
I mean, it doesn't seem like they get like false start penalties or anything like that.
No.
That, I mean, they hurt, but they're not going to hurt you as bad as when you give the other team a first down or give them a shorter distance to get a first down.
Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about with a lot of times you see that holding call that comes on the left side of the field, but then the plays develop on the right side. It was right here on that face mask. They had him wrapped up on his way down when we thought that face mask came in anyway. So it was somebody just trying to get in there to tackle, which you like, cleaning it up, making sure he goes down. That's good. You like the
gang
effort.
Tackling. And they've been doing a pretty good job of that.
Right, but it was at an unnecessary time.
Yeah, he was going down anyway.
He was going down, yeah. So that's unfortunate.
Well, anyway, Caruthersville gets another touchdown. They lead 14-0 now with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. And I think if they want to stay in this game at all, it's imperative here that they get something going on offense and at least run the clock for a while. I mean, they need to score, but
right. Best case scenario, I'm kind of like you. Best case scenario is we burn up this 5:45 and we score.
What do we got? What kind of penalty we got here? They're marking off 15 yards on the kickoff. I didn't see nothing called, no flag go down, but evidently there was something. Huh.
I'm like you. I never saw anything other than marking it off.
Well, Dons may have a hard time getting any field position here. I'd let that one go. I wouldn't run it out. Well, they flag. Oh, no. Well, there is a flag out here. What, were they offside this time? Yep.
You got a pair of them. You got one on the far side, too.
I believe
that's the kicking tee he picked
I'd
up
almost just decline that and take the ball at the 20-yard line. Because if you field it and run it out, you may not get back to the 20.
Right.
So they'll re-kick it.
Well, I can't think of what would be a 15-yard penalty.
Well, it'd almost have to be like unsportsmanlike conduct. Somebody must have said something or something. Because there couldn't have been, there wasn't no play.
No.
Ball's going to be fielded at the 10. Out to the 20. Nice run there. And that did work out pretty good running it out. Going to get out to close to the 30-yard line. And I don't know who caught that. I couldn't see the number.
Sean Gazaway. He's our transfer that came in this year. And he had the lone score against Kennett.
Oh, did he?
Last week. So, and I'm not sure if that was on a pass or was that a run. I didn't go to the game, and I just kind of saw the stats.
Matt told me that he plays basketball, and he's fairly good at basketball, too.
Really?
That's what he said.
That'll be good.
Well, they're going to need somebody on that varsity with all that they lost last year.
And we'll talk about it later, but I may have a completely different look out there. Some kids coming out and kids not coming out. And
is that right?
That's what I heard, so we'll see how that shakes out.
And the Dons hand it off, and another good run, and it's Luke Emmons again, just knocking people out of the way. And that is going to be close to a 15-yard run. He is hard to bring down, isn't he?
That was great. At about the 36, somebody hit him, and he stepped back about a yard. And instead of trying to go around him, Luke just rose up and runs over him again. It wasn't good enough to knock him over the first time. He'll go right at him the second time.
Well, I think they're going to give him about 13 or 14 on that play, but it'll be a first down. And we still got 4:50 left in the first half, so I think we'll get about 3 or 4 runs like that and get down here close to the end zone. And now we're lined up in the shotgun. Chris Black in the shotgun. 2 receivers wide left. And there's a pass out. And
that's going to be unfortunate. That's going to be 80, Carson Roberts. It
he
looked
took
like they
off too
subbed
soon,
in.
didn't he?
No, I don't think he took off. I think he was lined up offsides. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking to him about. He was a late sub, and he came running all the way across the field there to get set up, and I think he was trying to beat the snap, and I think he's just going to have lined up offsides. A lot of times you see him turn to the official and give him a thumbs up, and the official gives it, yep, you're good. But he didn't really have time there, and I think he got whistled for the offsides.
I don't know what you think, but they may have lost 5 yards or more on that play anyway.
It didn't look like it was going to.
Black didn't get that ball out there quick enough. It was just kind of, I don't know what a duck snort or something like that out there. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. And that's going to be LaRue with it. He's going to get about a yard back. Actually, I don't even think he got the yard back. It's like it'll be 2nd and 15. So after a good start, a run play, then you have a penalty that sets you back again. It's hard to overcome those things. I mean, just time and time again. Especially when you pick up 14, 15 yards on the first play.
I'd like to see the pass come right here. Pick up 10, 12, then try to go for the run.
He's in the shotgun. It's going to be a double pass, but nobody's open. It don't look like to me. Now they throw it down the field.
Oh, no.
Is it intercepted?
Going to be no good.
Nope, incomplete.
Double pass, incomplete. The intended receiver was number 1, Sean Gazaway.
So I didn't even look here. Who is the backup quarterback for the Dons now?
Well,
Madden Wooldridge?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he may be the only one left on.
It looks like to me he's the only one left on there.
Yep.
And he's a freshman.
Yep.
I don't know who threw that. I mean, who caught the pass and threw it?
Number 24. I think it was LaRue.
It's lucky it didn't get intercepted.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 15. High snap, pass out in the flat. He gets a block, and he's going to get up. I don't know if they call that in high school or not, but that looked like a horse collar. Looked like he got the back of his shirt, but they don't. No flag down.
Well,
that was Gazaway.
Pass it a whole lot, but Black right now is 3 for 3 with 24 yards.
Yeah, maybe he needs to pass a little more.
I mean, at least do something to keep him from just
spying
on that run the whole time.
That's it. I mean, and they're still running the ball pretty well too.
They're moving it just fine. Luke Emmons has gained 6, 13, and 14. I mean, they're moving the ball all right.
Well, they're going for it on 4th and 7. No, they're going to punt it. And the ball picked up. Now it's dropped. And that's Ricks, and he's going to be caught from behind and tackled at the 32-yard line. Was that Ethan Clubs that punted that? Was it number
I think
13?
it's 88. I think it's Caden Buffington. Caden moved here. I don't know if you remember him. He got into some basketball games right there.
Oh, yeah.
He's our kid.
Yeah, right at the end of the year.
Yeah, he moved in just a little bit after Christmas break, I think, or maybe just right before. I think he's one of the fan favorites. I think everybody likes Buffy.
Well, we got 1:48 left. Dons need to shut them down here and not let them get another score before halftime. They've got it. Caruthersville has it on their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10. And the official walking in from the far side. What'd they do, leave the clock running or something? They told them to put 2 minutes back on the clock. It was down to 1:44. They put 2 minutes on the clock.
Surely it didn't run for 16 seconds.
I wouldn't have thought so. But anyway, that's what they,
Well,
that's what they do.
maybe the Dons can get a turnover here pretty quick and get it going back the other direction.
And a handoff to Alexander. He's hitting the backfield, breaks the tackle. Now he comes back this side, and he's got a lot of room to run now. He's at the 40, at the 50, at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown. They had him hemmed in, and all the Doniphan players were on that side of the field. And when he reversed back to this side of the field, there wasn't anybody even close. That's a killer. I mean, they had it. They actually had him tackled back there for a loss.
And big loss, 10 or 12 yards. It was a big loss.
That's a 67-yard. He's already got a 59-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Just on those 2 runs, he's got over 140 yards.
It's not a bad day at the office.
No. No, if I was him, I'd take off the rest of the night.
I don't think Coach is going to be too happy about that one. I'm
No,
all for it, but I don't think Coach is going to be too happy.
They're going to go for 2 again. They hand it to Ricks, the same play, and it looks like he's going to get in again for another 2-point conversion. That makes it 22-0, and ain't it funny? I just sit there and say that they need to make a stop, and on one play, they get a 67-yard touchdown run, and that's got to demoralize the team. I mean, the defense has played pretty well.
We've got another flag down here, and I'm not too sure. There was a Caruthersville player over there in the middle of the Dons, but I'm not too sure that that's not going to be against the Dons. Little jaw in there. Or maybe it was, in fact, against Caruthersville, but it doesn't appear it's going to be that way.
No, he pointed towards the Dons.
Yeah. There were 2 Dons tied up with number 55 over here, and it seemed like he was trying to walk off. And
You've got to keep your emotions under control here. I know that is aggravating, but they're going to kick off from the 45-yard line again.
yeah.
Well, they're going back to the 40, but he said unsportsmanlike conduct, and he pointed that away towards the Dons.
I wonder if it was offsetting.
Oh, well, it may have been. I never paid attention. It could have been on both teams.
Yeah, I never saw the official
It must
call
have been,
there.
or they would be kicking off from there.
Either that or he's going to make it. Nope, now he's going to count it off from there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't see. So now they're going to march off the 15 yards, and it just keeps getting worse and worse for the Dons.
It's their second 15-yard penalty there. Actually, technically, it's the third. They didn't count the one before. They had the face mask and now 2 personal fouls.
And if it
60
didn't
yards
count
worth of
because they
penalties.
scored touchdown, but they had that pass interference penalty was, farther than that. Ball is kicked deep. LaRue's going to field it at the 2. He's going to bring it out, goes over to the right side, finds a hole, and he's going to bring it out to, and we got another flag. He's going to get out close to the 30-yard line, but I'm saying that's going to be holding again probably.
Yep, I think that's probably pretty accurate coming from that side of the field.
So that's going to back the Dons up again. One long, they're pretty good, not had too many penalties there the first part of the game, but boy, here in the last little bit, they've had a bunch of them. A minute 35 to go first half. It's 22-0 Caruthersville. And what they got to do here, they got to make sure they don't get a turnover or something here and do something silly and let them get another one before half.
See, that's going to be from spot of the foul, so that's a 10.
Yeah. That's got to be, what, 5-6 penalties now, huh?
7.
Seven.
-5.
And would have been another one if they hadn't got a touchdown.
Yep.
Gasaway comes out wide to the left here. We still got the 3 in the backfield. Black takes a snap. Luke Emmons is in motion. He's going to take the handoff. And he's going to pick up, looks like about 4 maybe. Sometimes they don't spot it where it looks like they get to, so. Yeah, it looks like he's at the 23. And we're on the 19. 4 yards on that play, so 2nd and 6.
It's going to be Luke's 6th carry for 33 yards.
And and 2 of those were negative yardage ones.
Yeah, negative 2 yards.
So Don's going to call a timeout with 1:04 to go in the half. And the ball on their own 24-yard line, 2nd and 7. And Black's 3 of 3, is that what you said?
Yeah, Black's 3 of 3 for 24 yards. Dons are getting close to 100 yards worth of penalties, though. I mean, you got to figure that's good for a score, right? How you look at
and
that.
And they have a turnover as well, a fumble.
Yep, Rios on the 2nd drive fumbled. He's got 3 carries for 3 yards. Joel Rhines only has 1 carry, but it was a gain of 5. Carson LaRue has 4 carries. He's had 1 carry each drive for 5 yards. And Chris Black, like we said, 3 of 3 for passing, 24 yards. So might need to go to the air a little bit here and try to turn their fortunes around.
Well, if they're going to score, they're just about going to have to with 1:04 to go. But then again, you got to watch out and make sure you don't throw any of those lazy passes out into the flat. They get another touchdown. Get one of those pick sixes, they call them.
Right.
Gasaway is out wide left. Emmons in motion. Fakes the handoff. Passes the ball down the field into traffic. I believe that was caught, wasn't it? Nope, they're going to say he caught it out of bounds by LaRue.
Well, help me figure this out. LaRue's got 3 guys on him, and Emmons was the short guy in front of the whole pack. Was that overthrown?
Must have been where the play was supposed to go. You know how that is. Run the play.
Are we targeting LaRue there?
That's like in the basketball games, run the play, whether they're open or not.
Yeah.
Don't throw it to the one that's open.
Yeah.
Throw it to the one it's supposed to go to.
Well, Black with his first incomplete there makes him 3 of 4, 75%.
He actually was on target with it.
Yeah.
But LaRue just didn't have enough room to catch it there. So 3rd down and 7. They ain't get a first down or they're going to give him the ball back. A high snap. Black gets it. Now he's in trouble being chased. He is going to keep it himself, and he's going to run out of room and lose back to the 18-yard line, and there's another flag down. And it must be on the Dons because they're talking to the Caruthersville. That ain't the head coach. I thought this guy here was the head coach. Maybe he's not.
Well, I'm not sure what the penalty's going to be here.
Aren't they supposed to show what the penalty is even if they decline it?
Help me figure out what that penalty was because it was thrown right there on the pile where Chris Black got tackled by 4 guys. So, I mean, what happened there? Unless they're going to say that block was a block in the back. I think Doniphan.
They declined it. But the referee didn't even show what the call was.
I mean,
and there was a flag laying on the field because I seen him pick it up.
Right there about the 20. I'm wondering if they called that a block in the back. I think that was, let's see.
Like, even if they decline the penalty, he's supposed to tell what the penalty is and that they decline it. Yeah.
Wave the hands, yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think, let's get our money and go home.
That's why they make the big bucks, Keith. You and I are sitting up here talking about it.
Oh, that referee's looking at his watch. Did you see that? I just seen him check his watch.
It's like the guy
Like
from
this half took too long.
the guy from the Pirates that has his cell phone in his back pocket. He's texting from his watch over
I
there.
heard that.
I was bizarre. At a major league level type event, how does that happen?
Yeah, well, somebody not paying too close attention, are they?
No.
Well, the Dons were going to go for it, but I think now they're going to punt it, and probably a good idea with 42 seconds, but
Right.
they better get it out of there. I figured they'd try to block it. Oh, good punt. Ball picked up at the 49-yard line, and there's Alexander, and he gets away again, and he cuts back into the center. He's going to take it all the way, but there's flags all over the field. Luckily for the Dons, the Caruthersville finally got a penalty called on them, and I don't. That may be the first one they've got. Look at number 69 out there holding his hands out like this. Man, that kid can fly. He just shredded the kick return team into pieces there with that return.
Well, if that's going to be a hold, I think Carson LaRue was held there. Once again, what we talked about, Carson wasn't anywhere near making that tackle there. He's on the far side of the field on the sideline, and Dons are going to catch a break there. Yeah,
that was a really good punt, too, and that was
Buffington again, yeah.
Yeah, he punted that about – it probably went at least 40 yards in the air from where he kicked it, and that's we haven't seen much of that in these first this new era of Doniphan football.
I'll have to ask him for when we're on the air next time if he was came from Farmington is where he transferred from. I'll have to ask him if he was a punter over there for what are they, the Golden Knights? Is that Knights, Farmington Knights? Is that right?
Farmington Knights, yeah.
I have to see if he was a punter over there in his days at Farmington.
That was a pretty good kick. He outkicked the coverage.
Yeah.
All right, I got 29 seconds here. And another timeout called. Well, they don't want to take them timeouts to the locker room, do they?
I guess not.
I don't think either team's got any left right now.
He's trying to move it to four.
Yeah, they're trying to score again before half here.
Yeah.
29 seconds left. They better keep it away from Alexander if they want to keep him out of the end zone. It's just 8-13, but it seems like it's been a really long first half.
Yeah.
And that guy right there is the head coach because he was talking to Adam over there. I mean, to Jim, because he's the one that gave him the starters.
Right.
And he's got his last name is, it's hard to pronounce. And Jim said it, and the guy said, you're one of the few ones that almost got it right. Guglielmo or something like that.
Ooh.
Going to throw the bomb down the field, and it's going to be out of bounds. As the receiver got twisted up, turned around the wrong way.
Got a flag over here at about the 45.
Well, it's on the Dons because no, it's illegal procedure. There's something at the line of scrimmage, I guess, before the play.
I don't feel like any of the officiating crews we had last year were running the headsets like this group is.
I don't think they were either. I noticed before the game I seen them putting them on, and I don't remember them.
I don't even remember in week one if that was the case. I feel like they had a bunch of conferences.
I wonder if these guys here call the games together all the time. Maybe they're just doing it on their own.
Yeah.
I haven't ever seen any of them before.
Flag coming in again, far side.
It's a good run by Monton to get away from traffic there, but again, the flag is at the line of scrimmage. I may be pronouncing this game. Jim's calling him Moten. But it's like cotton with an M, so that would be Monton.
I honestly have no idea.
Well, it's like their coach. I didn't say his name right either. So
let me see that. I want to take a look at how that's spelled.
Jim told Jim that he got it pretty close to right. about as close as anybody ever got it. That was another 5-yard penalty. So that'll make it 1st and 20 from the 45-yard line of Caruthersville with 14 seconds to go. And his first half is having a hard time getting over with.
Right.
And they're going to give it to Alexander. Somebody better tackle him. And they get him this time after a 5-yard game, and that's a win right there. We got another one?
Yep.
Oh, timeout.
I think one of those timeouts that we thought Caruthersville called was probably a water break.
Yeah, he's going to do the Hail Mary here with 7 seconds left probably. So Caruthersville scored on their first play of the game, a 59-yard run by Alexander, and it stayed 6-0. They missed the extra point. Stayed 6-0 until, I guess halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, last 5 minutes.
And they've scored a couple of touchdowns, and
right.
Both of them basically were because of Doniphan mistakes.
Right.
Eliminate the mistakes, and you can stay in some of these games. So we'll see what they do here, but you would think that they would just throw it as far down the field as they can and hopefully get a tip ball or maybe an interference penalty because half can't end on a penalty. So
pick 6. Let's go for that and just call it good.
The best way to do might be to come to this guy on this side here, and
bring him down.
No, you got to be kidding me. Ricks is juking, and he's going to get to the other side. And there's flags all over the field again, and the Dons cannot get him down. And they finally slam him down.
Well, that's one way to end the half.
I guess. And another flag comes in after the play. So what do they do here? The half's over. So what are they going to do with the penalties? Do you start them in the second half?
Caruthersville's calling them off. The official's waving him back.
Well, it can't end on a defensive penalty, I don't think, can it? But this flag over here come in first. That was when all that running around was going on.
I think this is going to be a hold over here, which is fine. You can end there. But I'm wondering if when Doniphan finally slammed him down, there wasn't a personal foul, but that'll just get assessed at kickoff in the second half, or should. That may be what they're discussing. Because that won't do anything to affect the holding.
Well,
unless
I don't know, I'm confused. I'm pretty sure, though, the score's going to be 22-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I don't know. It just seems like to me we've had almost every game we've done, the officials are confused. I mean, last year the same way. I mean,
I got a hold. Okay, that's Caruthersville, which we knew.
So they're going to.
But that's a dead ball penalty, though. They're going to let Caruthersville run another play, but that should be a dead ball penalty.
Did they call personal foul on both teams?
No, they called.
They're going to march the 10 off and then go back to 15 the other way. Why do they do that? Don't they know the difference is 5 yards and just instead of going back 10 and then going back 15 the other way?
Which is fine.
You think they called it after the play or it was on the play?
It would have to be.
Well, maybe I spoke too soon here.
I think they called it.
They had to have called it on the play.
Well, I think
if it's after the play, the half would be over. Ball hiked back. It's on the ground. Martin's going to pitch it out to Alexander. They better get him on the ground. And he's still on his feet. Look at him go. My goodness gracious. That guy has got some moves now. But again, he run a whole bunch of yards more than what he picked up. I tell you what, that kid there can play. Is he a senior? No, he's the one that's a sophomore. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Team's going to have to deal with him for 2 more years.
I still want to know what happened right there at the end of that play because even if it's on the play, they never marked off the 15 from the holding because that should have been spot of the foul, which was going to be all the way back here. And then even if it was 15 yards, that still doesn't put him at the right spot.
I don't know. I would have thought if it was after the play dead ball, the half would have been over.
It should have been, unless, like you said, it happened during the play. But then you can't have a personal foul on a live ball.
How can you give somebody a personal foul for tackling somebody if they didn't grab the face mask?
Yeah,
or
if
something?
it's not, it's exactly.
I mean, you didn't pick them up and body slam them down, but anyway.
Well, and this is weird. Caruthersville's not going to go to the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, half of them are laying down.
Huh. I mean, that last play was just all kinds of bizarre because, like you said, I mean, okay, the personal foul comes from throwing him down on the ground. That's still a tackle with the personal foul tacked on at the end. It wasn't a live ball. It should have just been assessed on the kickoff.
I don't know. They sure talked about it for a little while out there before they decided what to do with it. But anyway, we have come to the end of the first half, and the Dons hung in there for a little while, but they find themselves down 22-0. And we'll see what happens here in the second half. I know the Dons have got several personal foul penalties, and they're going to have to kind of clean that up. But I know they're getting frustrated is the reason you get those penalties. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. So 22-0 is our halftime score. Caruthersville on top of the Dons. And we will be back right before the second half starts. Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the football field in Doniphan, Missouri, and we're getting ready to start the second half. The Dons trail Caruthersville 22-0. The Dons will start the second half receiving the kickoff. And it looks like we got a different kickoff man out there. The running back, Ricks, is going to kick off this time. They had one of those big boys kicking off earlier, but
And this is going to be the first time we've had it kicked off to us from the 40. So
yeah,
that's going to be a nice.
They've been kicking off from Doniphan territory all night long.
It's going to be a nice change of pace.
Oh, and it's an onside kick, and it's going to go kick it out of bounds. Eh?
That'll work.
He should have knocked that out of bounds.
Well, number 12 also has to step over there. Logan Price got to step over there and fall on that ball because Caruthersville was getting awfully close to it. If it would have spun
he could have
right
just
there
kicked it out of bounds, couldn't he? I mean, that's not a penalty if you knock it out of bounds.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think it is.
It would be no different than a fumble out of bounds.
No.
Which you would get it then from where you kicked it. You don't get it where it goes out of bounds. You get it from
funny.
where.
If you kick it out of bounds, you get the ball at the 40-yard line. It looked like to me it went out at the 42, and they're going to mark it at about the 41.
Right.
So they gained 1 yard there by not going out of bounds.
Right.
But they do have good field position to start the second half. And now the official finally gets around to tell them what the penalty is. You're going to make them go back to the – golly. We'll make them back to the huddle again. Jeez.
46-yard line. First and 10, Doniphan.
You can believe they tried to pull an onside kick with a 22-0 lead, start the second half?
I told you they were going to be aggressive.
Oh, my gosh.
What are we – what?
He pointed towards Caruthersville, the official on the far side. I don't know what. No. He said offside on the offense. I think he pointed the wrong way, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at him. They're going to redo it now. He's struggling. So it'll be 1st and 5.
There we go. There we go. And
Got
he's still
5
not a
yards
single
without even
second
running
off the
play.
clock. Yep. Clock
Good start
is still
to the
at
second
12.
half. Emmons gets a handoff and break tackles again. Still breaking tackles all the way down to the 39-yard line.
A first down for Doniphan.
And Luke continues to run over people. He's doing most of that on his own because a lot of the times he outruns the blockers there. He just gets through the line.
Well, we're going to call that. Had it from what? They
were on the 41-40. They were on the 46.
Okay, so.
That'd be 15 yards.
Yep.
Because the ball was on the 41 before the penalty, so that moved it to the 46. So another good run, 15 yards. Just underway in the third quarter. Don's looking to get some points on the board here in the third. Same play again. And this time Emmons is hit, and he drags tacklers with him down to about the 35. He's still going to get about 4 yards on that play.
He runs by number 37, Luke Emmons. Hit by several Caruthersville players. Led by
And we got another player hurt, and it's a Doniphan player.
Luke's now got 51 yards on
Well, I'll
8
tell you
carries.
what, been a bad night for injuries, hasn't it? I can't see who it is, what number it is. This is the third time we've had stoppage for, I believe, the third time for injuries, isn't it? The second time for Doniphan, one for Caruthersville.
Right.
And Jeff Dawes, the trainer, getting a workout. And it is Luke Emmons that's down. He gets up and looks like he's going to go off under his own power. He's limping a little bit. The Dons don't need to lose him, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just did some math on that. He's had 8 carries tonight. He's averaged 6.5 yards per carry. So, and that's with 2. He had 2 -2s on drive 1 and drive 3 in the first half. So you take those carries away, and that average jumps up to about 8 or 9 yards a carry.
Well, this is an important play right here to see with him on the bench what they do right here.
I think Joel Rhines is going to get it,
second
which is nice.
and 6.
He's only got 1 touch tonight.
And it's
LaRue.
LaRue gets it, and he gets a huge hole down the middle, goes all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Was that a double handoff? It looked like one of the doubles.
Yeah, it went to Lorenzo, and then Lorenzo handed it off to LaRue.
That down to the 24-yard line.
The 24-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for Doniphan.
And this, I believe this is the deepest penetration for the Dons, isn't it?
I think so.
10:20 to go in the third quarter. Looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. They've had trouble when they get down close with penalties, turnovers, and different things going wrong.
There's Joel.
Another big hole this time, and that's Ryan's, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And look at him dragging players down inside the 10-yard line.
I'm telling you, I love how Joel Rhines and Luke Emmons both run the football. They're just absolute brutes. Just
They're
put their
very
head down
hard
and
to
take
bring
off.
down.
They're hard to bring down. That's exactly right. And
Emmons is coming back into the game right now.
I almost wouldn't seeing them getting away from the little misdirection we run and just
running straight ahead.
Just put Luke and Joel out there, split backs, and you can just switch it up by going left and right, and then that opens up your passing game a little bit too. Put out more than one wide receiver.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Dons. Handoff to Rios, and he's going to get down inside the 5-yard line, down close to the goal line, and another good run. They had a hard time bringing him down. Good hard running on this drive by the Dons. That was his first carry on this drive. But all 4 runs have been very hard runs, and I believe they get that down to the 1-yard line. So we're getting close to a score here, hopefully. Clock running with 8:55 to go in the third quarter. Ryan's right behind Black. And it's going to be Emmons, and he puts his head down, and a touchdown for the Dons. Finally get into the end zone. And he just lowered his head right into the stomach of the defender and pushed him right back into the end zone. And that makes it 22-6. And we'll still see now if the Dons are going to go for 2 or.
You might as well, because you're going to have to at some point. You're
going to have at least 1 2-point conversion, even if you get 2 touchdowns. And I don't know who's been kicking the extra points.
We haven't had one.
Okay, they've went for 2 on the touchdowns.
Well, we scored 1 touchdown in week 1, and they went for 2 there. And I don't know what they did at Kennett. This is their first one of this game.
It'll be Emmons, Rhines, and Rios in the backfield looking for the 2-point conversion. And, oh, my goodness.
Rios has it. I did not see. I thought Luke Emmons had that.
They faked it to Emmons, and he give it to Rios, and he done a somersault into the end zone to get the 2-point conversion to make the score 22-8. So
I got to make the newscast for you, Matt. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he did a somersault when they tackled him.
I like that.
All right, well, now we've got on the board. Let's get a defensive stop here and get the ball back and see what happens. The 41. So they got 15. They probably got half as much total offense on that one drive as they'd had in the whole game so far.
Yeah, pretty close to it. 6 plays.
All 59 yards on the ground on that too.
I got off somewhere because I ran it for 63 yards. So I messed up somewhere in there, but that's okay.
Well, they started at the 41, remember, because of the onside kick. So.
Right. Of course, I get to figure, and he's part of it may be that I gave Luke a 2-yard run there for the touchdown instead of just for the 1.
Oh.
I think he was on the 1, but I wrote it down for 2. I'm not quite sure why I did that other than I just maybe thought that's where it was. But
and they've got Alexander back, so I wouldn't even kick it to him. I'd make somebody else catch the ball.
I wouldn't mind like a little squib kick and let somebody fall on it at the 30 or the 40.
Isaiah Rogers is back, as well as Hicks. So that's their two receivers, and he kicks it, and Stewart bobbles it, has to go back near the 10, comes up to the 15, now the 20. He gets to the outside, and he's going to go down the sideline. Wow. He's going to take it all the way unless oh, my goodness. They kicked it over his head. He didn't catch it cleanly.
And took him forever to
pick it up. I'm sorry,
folks.
I didn't call that very good, but I just can't believe what just happened there. The Dons worked their tail off to get a touchdown. They kick off. And why they kicked it to him, I don't know. I wonder how many total yards he's got tonight on all of his runs and catches and kick return. And talk about demoralizing. You just score and you're all hopped up, and boom.
Yeah.
I guess that would have been about 89-yard total from, I don't know if it's from where he touched it or where he picked it up, but because he touched it about the 15-yard line. But I thought it was going to get all the way over his head, and that would have been the best thing. They're going to go for 2, try to make it 30-6. They hand it off to Ricks, and he scores on that same play all 3 times. He scored on that left off-tackle play, and at that time he didn't hardly get touched. He was already in the end zone before he even got touched.
Yeah, like you said, demoralizing because they do everything right that drive. Chip away at it, burn some clock in the process, a little bit of misdirection, kind of also running it right at him in a couple places. So do a lot of things right that drive, put up your points, you get 8 on the board, you got it down to a 2-score game, and then you just let a really busted play all the way back from the 10.
Yeah. And the bad thing about it is they didn't even their defense didn't get a chance to stop them.
No.
Yeah, I would not kick the ball to him.
I'm not.
If he's going to field it, he's going to field it on a squib kick, like you said.
Yeah,
I'd be trying to kick it at one of those other up guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it bounces off of them, too, and you might get a fumble.
Right.
That kid can fly, man. I mean, he can flat out fly. I bet he's a sprinter too. I don't know if they have track down there or not, but if they do, I bet he's on a track team.
He is quick.
So the score's 30-8 after the Dons had cut it to 22-8, and not hardly any time come off the clock, whatever it took for that kick to be run back for a touchdown. Ricks will kick it deep. Got Rios and LaRue back. It's a short kick, and it's picked up there at the 25. And getting out to about the 37 is
Logan Price.
So the Dons will start on the 37. Pretty good field position again.
You didn't even comment on the new uniforms, by the way. Your first
well,
look at those.
I noticed that when I was going to the Cardinal game and you were doing it, I told my wife, I said, hey, they got some good-looking new uniforms.
Yeah, they did.
Do they have white jerseys too?
Yeah, I think they got they use the same pants both ways, if I'm not mistaken, and then the away tops are white, trimmed in gold and black. Look sharp.
Yeah, they do. They look real good. I like the way the design is on the pant. And LaRue takes a handoff, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. And he's taken out of bounds at about the 40. Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 43. So that'd be a gain of 5. And that was Carson LaRue, right, that had that one? 2nd down and 5. No wide receivers again, just the 3 guys in the backfield like they've had pretty much all night long. No wide outs anyway. Luke Emmons takes the handoff, and this time he's wrestled down at about the 45-yard line. Only got a couple that time. A good tackle that time, and it was a one-on-one tackle too. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, and well, they give him the 46, so he got 3 on that play. So it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Bringing up 3rd and 3.
Clock running down to 7 minutes left, 3rd quarter. And handoff, and another 1st down for the Dons. That's number 20. That's
First down, Doniphan.
Jacob Limbaugh.
Jacob
to the
Limbaugh.
book
He's a
test.
freshman. He picked up about 6 or 7 on that, didn't he? Well, I guess he got 48. He got 4. He got 6. That's the first time I've seen him in the game.
Yeah,
He's still out there. Yeah, according to this, he's a freshman. Dons continue to run the ball well. LaRue in motion. He takes the handoff this time. And they didn't get him down. Oh, they called him down.
I don't think he was down.
I don't think he was either. I think his knee was on top of the Caruthersville player.
Yep.
I think they got a bad break there.
Caruthersville caught a break there because he. And then the bad thing is they gave up.
Yeah, he might have had a touchdown right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. But if that official says he's down, he's down.
That's true.
And
The bad thing is, even if we could review in high school, that blow that dead, it's unreviewable at that point. So,
yeah, he only got a couple on that.
Right.
He might have been headed to the end zone. This time, right up the middle, is going to be Rhines. And he's going to pick up a huge chunk of yardage there as he gets inside the 35.
4 guys to bring him down. Joel and Luke are about the same way. I love how they run.
Yeah, and that was just a straight handoff right up the middle. He got 11 yards on that play.
Both juniors.
Oh, I wish they hadn't got that kickoff return a while ago.
Yep.
I mean, they may have scored anyway, but I mean, you might be looking if they'd have held them at getting within 1 score here.
Right.
Handoff up the middle. And there he goes again, and he just keeps dragging people with him, and it's going to take about 4 or 5, and he still had not stopped.
I don't know why did they blow that dead there? That pile's still moving forward. Especially if
his
they go
feet's
back.
still moving. They should never blow the whistle.
Especially now that they're going to back him up to the 30 because he got down inside it by 2 or 3 yards. I mean, that pile was still moving. That's unfortunate. Now, if it's going backwards, obviously that's one thing, but.
Yeah. Them feet still moving. He's not going backwards.
Yeah, because he had a gain of at least 5 or 6 there, and that's going to be a gain of 4.
2nd down and 6 from the 30-yard line. Another handoff and another good run. We're going to get down to about the 25, and that's going to be right at the 1st down marker, or pretty close.
It's Limbaugh again. Freshman, that's going to be 2 carries for him.
Let's see. Yeah, that wasn't Jackson LaRue. Luke's not out there right now. I wonder if he's hurting from a while ago. It's Limbaugh, LaRue, and Rhines out there. And Black almost fumbles it now. He's going to get tackled, and there's that big loss. And now Black looks like he's hurt. And I guess for at least one play, we're going to find out who the backup quarterback is because they call timeout. He'll have to go out of the game. That's the 4th one tonight now. 3rd down. So what do you think, Dalton? Who's coming in?
I don't know.
Madden Wooldridge is the only other quarterback that's listed on here.
I know at some point in time Logan Price has taken some snaps on JV last year.
And number 15, that is Madden Wooldridge. He came out there, so he's out there on the field right now.
He's played on defense some tonight, but I don't think I've seen him. I don't know. That's got to be your option, right? He's probably the only one knows the offense well enough to take it over and run it. I mean, that or one of the running backs, but, I mean, who are you going to have Luke Emmons taking snaps back there?
And they've got 4th down on the board. That's only 3rd down, ain't it? Since they got the 1st down, they've only run 2 plays.
I've got Limbaugh for No, I've got Limbaugh for 2 runs, Joel for 1, and then now. No, that can't be right.
That'd be too many.
Yep. So I guess that's going to be Joel, Limbaugh.
I guess it was
and now
3rd
Black.
down on that play right there then.
Yep.
Well, that hurts. I mean, you lose your starting quarterback as a senior and have to bring in a freshman. And he's going to have a 4th down and 5.
Well, good news for the freshman. He just gets to hand it off to one of the big fellas and say, there you go.
Well, only one time. They've got to get a 1st down on this play.
That's true. But he's got 2 to choose from. So,
yeah, and Emmons is coming back out on this play. He's not a very big guy, is he?
No. I've got him in class, and he's not very big.
He's going to take the snap here on a 4th and 5. And a reverse handoff, and Luke Emmons is close. I bet he's going to be just a hair short. I bet they mark him just a hair short. He got tripped up down at his feet, and they're going to mark it at the 25, and he's got to get just inside the 25.
Okay, so it is 4th and 1. You were right.
Well, that's what I thought. They had 4th down on the board. I thought it was.
Oh, no. They're swapping. Okay.
I still missed a play there. So, I mean, I don't remember a play there somewhere. Look at that. He's spotting it just inside the line there, and the 1st down marker was just maybe a foot farther. They got him down around the feet, or they never got him down. He'd have got it.
Yeah.
So, ball turned over on downs.
And Doniphan was not out on the field there.
And a quarterback run, and a ball's fumbled, but it's picked right back up by Caruthersville. And they can't catch a break. I mean, they cause a fumble.
Right there, Doniphan was that happened quick. There should have been – I mean, you got to change teams there. I mean –
No, there wasn't much time between the –
No. There should have been 10, 15, 20 seconds at least before you even put on the play clock. And so Doniphan was running guys onto the field still. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Well, again, I guess you got to make your own breaks, but and another handoff, and here goes Ricks, and he's going to take it to the house from about 40 yards out. So in 2 plays, he goes 75 yards. Why is it that some of these drives they do real good, stopping the run, and then they give up 1 or 2 long runs?
Yep.
Wow. That kickoff return, to me, turned the game all the way around.
Yeah.
Because
you had momentum at that point.
After scoring.
Because momentum starts over a lot at halftime, and it's who comes out
Let's see if they hand
hot.
it to Ricks on the same play. Well, he runs to the other side this time, but he does get in. So that is his 4th 2-point conversion tonight. And that makes the score 38-8. So it was 22-8, and the Dons were kicking off, and if they could have just kept them from running the kickoff back and took a chance on stopping them, because they've moved the ball
Yeah,
pretty much the whole game.
right.
It's the errors where they shoot themselves in the foot with penalties or fumbles or the lost yardage on Black a while ago. I mean, they was right there at the first down marker. We got 2:44 left third quarter. And after the Dons scored the first touchdown this quarter, Caruthersville's come back and scored two two-point conversions. So even though they seems like they've played well this quarter, they've still been outscored 16-8 this quarter.
Back to receive for Doniphan, number 7, Rios, and number 24, LaRue. Doing the kicking for Caruthersville.
Now the big guy's coming back out to kick again now.
Am I missing one, or do the Dons only have? Oh no, I am missing one. Let's say I only count 10 guys, but Miss LaRue down here in the corner.
Caruthersville kicker sets
I think
it
we're
up
going to
at
see an
40.
onside kick here.
He's
Unfortunately,
taking an awful lot of time putting that ball on the tee.
he's shifted it down about 3 times, about a foot each time, moving it further, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see here. Nope. Okay.
Ball kicked deep. Picked up there by, who is that?
Gazaway.
Gazaway. And a nice return there of about 20 yards as he brings it out to the 41. And the Dons pretty much every time have had good field position, too, to start with.
We do have a flag down right here on the 40-yard line at the sideline.
Well, that's probably a
Probably
holding or
holding,
block in
yep.
the back. Most time on kickoffs, that's
Yep.
what it is.
I did point to Caruthersville there. Now they're going to say face mask against
Oh.
Caruthersville. Okay.
If I remember right, that's only like their third penalty all night.
Well, why is that only a 5-yard penalty? Why is that only 5 yards?
Do they have the incidental one in high school?
I didn't think so.
I thought it was 15 every
across
time
the
you
board.
touched
Yeah.
the face mask.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
learned something new.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, he didn't mean to, so we'll just give him 5 yards on that. Carson LaRue gets the handoff and picks up a couple. Actually, he gets about 1 on the play. Dons with good field position to start this drive. Time running out on that clock, though. We're down to 2:10 left in the third quarter. And what is the mercy rule? How many points?
30. Yeah.
30? Same thing as this in basketball, huh?
So we're right at it here.
Yep. If they don't get a score here before the end of the quarter, the clock will be running. And the blitz coming. They hand it off to Luke Emmons. He got a hole into the backfield, the defensive backfield, and another huge pickup. As he's going to get down to about the 39-yard line. That'll be another well, they're going to put it at the 40, so that's about a 13-yard gain. The blitz didn't work that time.
That's Luke's
He
fifth.
got picked up there by the center
Yeah,
for the
that's
Dons
Luke's
there.
5th carry over 10 yards.
How many?
Had 5 carries over 10 yards. And he's got a 13, 14, 14, 15, and another 13 right there.
1st and 10 at the Caruthersville 40-yard line. Luke Emmons in motion. Hands it off to Rhines. And he's going to be tackled after about a couple yard gain.
37, Luke Emmons carrying.
Winding down near a minute to go in the third quarter.
Brought down by number 69, Jake Stevens.
What I'm looking for right now, they've scored 1 touchdown in each of the first 2 games. I'd like to see them get at least 2
Yep.
in this one.
Has Caruthersville scored every possession that they've had it?
No, they went out on downs
Oh, that's
twice,
right.
I think.
Yeah, down here. That's right. You're right.
They haven't punted, so every
Yeah.
other time they have. 2nd and 8. Black back to pass. He throws it down the field. Got a man wide open, Luke Emmons. He's going to catch it, and he's going to get down to the 10-yard line. And Chris Black again completes another pass, and this one's going to be for about 28 yards, I think. I think they were on the 38. They're going to spot him at the 10.
Black now 4 or 5, 90% for.
Actually, they're going to spot it at the 11, so they will be able to get a first down, but they'll have to get inside the 1-yard line.
That may be the most passing yards we've ever had in a game. We're at 52 right
now. I wouldn't be surprised because they don't hardly ever throw the ball.
No, hardly ever.
If he could have laid that out there a little bit farther, it would have been a touchdown because he was behind the defense.
Emmons had to turn around to get it, yeah.
Hand off to Rios, and he's only going to get about 1 down to the 10, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. Our score is 38-8 in favor of the Caruthersville Tigers. Don's driving here, and they'll be on the 10-yard line when we come back, start the fourth quarter after this 1-minute break.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
Starting the fourth quarter here, the Dons have a 2nd and 9 on the Caruthersville 10-yard line, trailing 38-8. What's a pretty moon up there, Dalton? Look at that.
Yep.
First play of the fourth quarter. Black hands it to Rios. He hands it to, is that Emmons?
Yep.
And he's going to get down inside the 5 to about the 4. So that's going to bring up a third and about 3 yards. And you know they're going to have 2 plays at least here to get that.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're going to mark it at the 5. Well, they always mark it back farther than where it looks like they got to. Huh?
Wouldn't surprise me if Chris Black just kept it here, tried to push the pile forward.
3rd down and 4. That says 2 on there, but I think he's got to get to the 1, don't he? Or is it the 2-yard line? Rios up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Well, I think right there, with all them bodies bunched up, you got to give it to Emmons or Rhines, one or the other. That's going to bring up 4th down. And they still got 2 yards to go for a first down. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. And again, they mark it on the 5, so there's no gain, so it's going to be about 4th and 3. Ryan's right behind Black. And a double handoff to Rios. And he's going to be tackled before he gets to the first down marker. And that's going to turn it over on downs. Why do you not give the ball to the big guys? Let them push that pile. So Caruthersville will take over on about the 3 or 4 yard line. I'm kind of interested to see what the Dons do on defense here, even though the game's out of reach. I mean, we know that, but with them starting deep in their own territory, see if the Dons can hold them on a 3 and out here. Looks like they spotted on the 4 yard line. Motton's still in at quarterback. Rick's in the backfield. Alexander's in the slot left. They hand it off to Ricks, and he's tackled. Just barely got out of the end zone there. He was hit as soon as he got the ball. And that's going to be a loss, I believe, of a couple of yards. Looks like about the 2 or 3 yard line, doesn't it? So they haven't quit playing on defense, at least on that play anyway.
Yep.
That's at least a 2nd and 12. They got 11 on the board, but they're like us. They can't see where that ball's spotted at exactly anyway. But it looks like it's closer to the 2 to me than. They got to get out to the 15 for a first down. Caruthersville calls a timeout. He must be wanting to work on something here, calling a timeout.
Up 30.
Yeah. And then deep in your end zone, or near your own end zone like that.
Okay, so just got a message. Number 20 is not Jacob Limbaugh, as the program says. That is Jackson running for in that spot.
Jackson LaRue?
Yep, and the mercy rule, by the way, is 35.
35.
Yep.
Long pass down the field.
Hands
He's
up
behind
here.
the defender, and a good job there by
23, Matt Schrader.
He got his handball was caught, and he got stuck his hand up in between the hands there and knocked the ball out on Alexander. He was pretty much running right with him. The ball was a little bit underthrown, probably is the reason that it might have been an interception if it had been thrown a little bit farther. So that will bring up a 3rd, and I want to say about 12. When they hold them here, they're going to have to kick deep out of their own end zone. They'll be on the punter, will be on the end line. Pass out in the flat, and it's dropped. And that was Alexander who dropped that. It went right through his hands. So that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Dons ought to get some good field position here. Surely they're not going to go for it on 4th down there.
Number 2, Rick, the intended receiver for that. It's going to be a punting situation, 4th down for Caruthersville. Back for
This is the first time they punted tonight, isn't it?
Number 7.
35 is the mercy rule, huh?
Yep.
Huh.
From a pretty reliable source.
Well, the clock's not running, so. Oh. All punted out, and Rios loses it, I guess, and it's going to take a big bounce. And he lost about 10, 15 yards there.
Okay, so what?
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
It was like he looked up and he didn't see it. No, because he was at the 40-yard line. And it wasn't, I mean, it might have been a yard over his head if he'd have seen it and went back there. So the Dons don't, I mean, they still got a good field position, but not near as good as it could have been.
Right.
That actually ended up being a good punt by their punter there because he got about almost a 15-yard bounce there. Mm-hmm. That's why you need to field those punts if you can. And that was kind of a dangerous play, but I didn't know who picked it up for the Dons.
Chris Black ended up recovering it there.
If he could have fumbled that real easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a live ball. I mean, not like a kickoff. 48-yard line, Black throws it out into the left side, and we've got a flag over here on this side of the field. Ineligible man downfield. Who was that on?
Who would that have been on?
I don't know. I mean, what is it? You can't be 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, I think. Didn't look like to me there was anybody down there. There was only 2 receivers out in the pattern, one over there and one over here. Let's see if they take the penalty. They're going to decline it. No, they do move it back. It ain't second down, and it's still first down.
Yeah, they fixed it over on the sideline.
Yeah, well, he held up 2 fingers.
He's
struggling.
He's struggling. That's exactly right.
Hand off to Rios. Nice hole up the middle. He's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Out at the 48. He'll get 5 back. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. It's 38-8. Caruthersville on top. LaRue in motion. Black's going to pass it out, and a pass a little bit too low. Rios couldn't handle it. Down at his feet, he had a few. He could have probably got close to a first down there if the pass had been a little higher.
Just a reminder, next week the Dons are going to be on the road. They're going to travel to New Madrid on 9/16 and then 9/23. So they got back-to-back road games. Going to be at New Madrid for the first one and Dexter for the second one before coming back home for that kind of unusual Saturday game with Father Tolton, which that's I wonder how far of a trip that is. It's going to be a pretty long way.
Isn't that up around Columbia somewhere? I'm not sure, but
well, Father Tolton, isn't that where Michael Porter? Isn't that where he was from?
I don't know.
His
Maybe
fault
it
there,
was.
which it is if that's Columbia then.
Black being chased in the backfield. He does get rid of it, but it's going to come up short of the receiver as Ricks was all over him. A little bit of a low snap there put him in a bad spot.
But, that's, by the way, that Saturday game, which is on 10-1, that is a 2 p.m. start time on Saturday. Right out in the middle of my college football there. Of course, I'm probably not going to have to worry
DVR
about it. I'm probably not going to have to. Well, Mizzou's probably going to have a bunch of 11 o'clock games if I had to guess. So I'm not really going to have to worry about that.
They're playing K-State tomorrow, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing K-State. Matt pulled that up. It is in Columbia. That's what I thought, and I'm pretty sure that's where Porter played his basketball at.
Maybe. I don't know. 4th down and 10. Black throws it backwards, and it's caught. And then they throw it down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. That was
well, if they can get
did
him
not
stopped
look good
here,
from the get-go, and he has got a chance to run it all the way back. And and guess who it is again? Did he make it all the way?
Yeah, now he did. Yep.
That was Alexander again.
Crazy thing is, if they'd have tackled him back there or intercepted it, they were in better position than
like
they
a
were.
punt.
About like a punt, yeah. Instead, he's going to run it all the way back.
I swear. He's got to have like 400 yards tonight total.
Every bit of it. Every bit of it. His special team yardage is over.
I bet the rest of the team don't have 50.
No. His special team yardage alone's got to be close to 200. And that's not even taking what he's done into offense or done on offense.
The kid's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. He's quick.
They're going to try to kick an extra point here. They did on the first touchdown and missed it. It was partially blocked. High snap. Kick is down and up, and he misses it wide right.
Keith, that may be why they go for 2 so much.
Yeah, the coach is probably saying, next touchdown we get, we're going for 2.
We're going for 2. Go for 2 and we'll
Poor
kneel
number
on it.
19. Yeah. Only time he gets in the game out there.
Yeah.
That was kind of a high snap. That might have thrown him off a little bit.
I think the one in the first quarter that they scored that opening drive, it looked like it was a bad snap that when the hold went down, it was kind of sideways anyway. But that was the exact same result there, and it like you said, snap was a little high. But anyway.
Well, our score is 44-8. And that is 36 points, so that means mercy rule, huh?
Yep.
And this could have been
a good. I'm not that impressed with Caruthersville. I'm impressed with. what's his name? Number
Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander. Very impressed with him.
I tell you what, I'll probably forget that name, but Jermonte Alexander, because I think you may see that name on TV one of these days.
Yeah.
I haven't, since Doniphan's brought football back, I don't think I've seen a better player than him.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Not that stuck out and performed like he has. I mean, he, like you said, he's got to be every bit of 400 yards.
And he does everything. I mean, plays both sides of the ball, and he plays both sides of the ball good. He kick return, punt return, run to interceptions back for touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I know I haven't seen a sophomore that's that good.
Right.
I don't remember seeing anybody that's been any better than him. If you take him off that team, they're a very, very subpar team.
I think so.
Now, maybe they are missing their quarterback. I mean, I don't know about that. But,
well, I mean, even if they are, what's the game plan? Is it still not handed to Alexander? I mean, is that still not the – doesn't matter who gets him the ball,
he's not
right?
even running back. I mean, they put him in motion and flipped the ball to him. Actually, those first two he got were actually touchdown passes because they were flipped forward to him.
That's true. That's very true.
It was like a handoff, but they flipped them forward, so it's touchdown passes. So their quarterbacks got more touchdown passes than I thought.
Yeah.
Well, the Dons will receive the kick with 8:14 to go in the game. This one is deep, and it's picked up there by Gazaway again. I tell you what, he's done a pretty good job. Now, that ought to be a penalty.
Horse collar, yeah.
But there's no flag. In college, that is in pros, that's a horse collar. And we got another player down, and it was the guy who made the tackle for Caruthersville who's down. Yeah, he's getting up, but he's kind of holding his stomach as he comes off the field there. Sure looked like a horse collar to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see their jersey being stretched out from the neck, do they not have that in high school? You would think they do, because that's the reason they do it is because of the danger. Black hands it off. Not much there this time.
Well, I'm going to give you some updates for Doniphan Athletics. Baseball team plays tomorrow at 11-1 at Zenith. Volleyball girls are traveling to Van Buren for the showdown tournament there. Monday, JV will be in action. Baseball has a home game against Koshkonong, and volleyball has a home match against New Madrid County Central. And got some others coming up next week. I can give you those.
So who's your baseball games against tomorrow?
We've got 2 games, both against Zenith. We're just going to play a
doubleheader.
True doubleheader. And then on Tuesday, softball team is going to be away at East Carter. Volleyball girls are going to travel to Willow Springs. Wednesday, there's a cross-country match. Thursday, high school softball is going to be at Chaffee. Junior high football will be at Chaffee. Baseball team will be at home against Clearwater. And volleyball will be at home against Scott City.
Lots going on.
Lots going on.
And by the way, Luke Emmons picked up another first down with about a 12-yard gain. Ball at the 46 of the Dons. 1st and 10. Handoff, and that is Rios, I believe. Ball's loose on the field, but I think it was down.
Yeah, they're saying he's down.
North Caruthersville coach is begging for a turnover there. But they said he was down, and he actually gets about 5 yards on that play. Didn't look like there was that much there, but Clock running with 5:50 left in the ball game. And Dalton said we'll be back with you 3 weeks from tonight, huh?
Yep. Technically, no.
3 weeks from tomorrow.
That is.
Is that the next home game,
Yeah.
the Father Tolton game?
Father Tolton is.
Pass out in the flat and it's dropped. That would have been a first down. And Gazaway dropped it. Is the Father Tolton the next home game?
Yep, it sure is.
So that's 3 weeks from tomorrow then, huh?
Yep.
That'll seem like a long time, won't it, huh?
Yeah. But then we'll have back-to-back home games.
That'll be a Saturday and then the next Friday.
Next Friday, right. And then that, as Matt just said, that's against East Prairie, and that is also going to be homecoming. And that's 10-7 is the date for the homecoming festivities.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the 49-yard line at Caruthersville. And the handoff to LaRue. And he's going to hit short of the first down. It looked like there was a little confusion in the backfield on that play there. One of the other running backs on all that misdirection stuff they do kind of run into Chris Black.
I don't feel like LaRue got a very good spot there. I feel like he was about another yard and a half further up than that.
Got another 4th down coming up. And it'll be 4th and about 3, 4.
Yep.
For about the 4th or 5th time tonight, they're going for it. Double handoff, and they're going to get a first down, and it's going to be Rios all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they have had several runs of over 10 yards tonight.
Most of them have been from Luke Emmons, but Joel Rhines has a pair. He's got a 15 and a 10. And then LaRue has a 12-yard. And then right there, Rios picks up his first plus 10.
Yeah, that one was, 15. That one was about 18 yards.
Right. I mean, the Dons have a lot of weapons. I mean, they have some kids that can run. It's just a matter of putting it all together and not giving those freebies away. It's gonna be the big difference maker, I think.
The mistakes get you every time, don't they? Handoff to Rhines. Didn't look like he had anything, but he ends up getting 3 or 4 yards.
Hey, 3 or 4 yards of play will win you a ball game.
Yeah. All you got to do is get 3 yards, 3 yards, and 4 yards, and you got a first down and keep moving them chains. We're under 3 minutes to go now. Don's driving here, and they have the ball at the 27-yard line of the Caruthersville Tigers. Well, I'd hate to have to drive back to Caruthersville after this is over, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Double handoff again. This time LaRue gets to the outside. He's going to get down around close to the 15-yard line. Another first down.
Got a flag that came out there.
You think there might have been a face mask there? Horse collar. They finally called it.
I didn't think that one was as bad of a horse collar as what we saw down here.
Let's see where they end up putting the ball. That's going to put it inside the 10-yard line. Looks like about, what, the 6, 7-yard line? Be first and goal. And that was another good run by LaRue. I'm not sure how much it was. It was over 10 yards, but I think they were on the 27-yard line, and he went out down around the 15 somewhere. That was half the distance to the goal on the penalty. Black will take the snap. He's going to run a quarterback sneak. And he's going to get down close to the goal line. Down around the, 2-yard line. Minute 45 to go. 2nd down and goal. He didn't look like he got a very good spot on that one either. That's about the 4, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just inside the 5 for sure, so it's kind of hard to tell from this angle exactly where it's at, but I don't think he got the spot we thought he was going to.
Black hands it off, and Rios is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. It looks like they've about got a fisticuffs going out there. I know a couple of the Doniphan players run over to break something up. I didn't see any flags, though. But the Dons get on the board, and
Caruthersville coach all the way out midfield.
he seemed like the kind of guy when I was over talking to Adam that would be jumping all over his players right now.
Yeah.
Well, the Dons up to 14 points, so that's their highest scoring game of the season. They'll go for 2 here. And the clock running with 1:10 to go. As them, I'd just take my time and try to run out the clock on this play here. They can't run it all the way out, but the play clock's down to 10, and we're at 59 seconds. And did they get in?
Yeah, gave it to him.
Who was it? Rhines? Rhines gets the 2-point conversion. I lost the ball completely on that one.
I'm trying to scoot back so you can see that lane, so I only get about a quarter of the playing field there. Trying to stay out of your way.
What's going on here? What are they doing? They didn't count the 2-point conversion? And now they don't get it. I'm telling you. I hate to do this, but I know last year I complained about the officiating a lot, but why would they rerun that play?
Well, and then are they ever going to give they never gave a signal on what the play was. That's the thing. Like, I felt like that's happened multiple times tonight where we've been up here trying to figure out what the play was there and no signal from down on the field. And there's still 3 seconds left on the clock. He stopped the clock. Now they're going to – there we go. Okay. So now they're going to let it run out. There we go.
Well, for some reason or another, the Dons got a 2-point conversion, and they didn't let them have it, and they made them run the play again. They didn't get it. So our final score is 44-14 instead of 44-16.
Well, okay. Is in football, once you start the mercy rule, because if that's the case, the clock shouldn't have been running there.
Yeah, it's 30 points now.
30. So I mean, I don't think
they
Doniphan's too upset about it, but
yeah.
I mean, there's still, if that's the point, at the point where he scored there, the clock should have stopped at 1:15 or 1:20, whatever that was. But anyway, but neither here nor there, not a difference maker. So anyway.
Well, the Dons fall to 0-3, but I thought at times they played great on defense. Just the mistakes and the interceptions and the kick returns, stuff like that's what really did them in tonight.
And, you know, I could be watching game 1 and then now game 3. I mean, Coach Lance may disagree with me, but I think had this been the approach we had against Kelly, I think we're looking at a little bit of a different score in that game because, like I said, that opening drive against Kelly held their own. You know, they ran 8, 9, 10 minutes off the clock and played pretty good defense, but you know, the defense kind of let them down in a couple places in the secondary, but they did a great job stopping the run tonight on multiple occasions. Now, Alexander blew him up a couple times, but I've got a feeling he's done that a couple times already this season and probably got a few more coming his way before the end. But then the Dons did a great job moving the football from start to finish, and I think that's got to be your takeaway. You know, we're always looking for positive things, you know, the good things to talk about. But it always seems like they have a good first half, a good second half, a good third quarter, a good first quarter, whatever. I felt they moved the ball rather well first through fourth quarter. We're still moving it there at the end of the game, moved it early. Got to get rid of those, you know, stupid, costly mistakes. Got to clean that up. But you're moving the ball better than you've moved it ever.
Well, I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have the most total yards tonight that they've had in a game maybe since they've started football back.
They moved the ball extremely well tonight, I felt like.
But anyway, 44-14 is our final score. Don's fall to 0-3. Caruthersville goes 2-1, and they will be at New Madrid next week, and we will be back with you 3 weeks from tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a Saturday game. Don't forget that, against Father Tolton. So that's going to wrap things up for Dalton Pennington and Keith Bowman and Current River Broadcasting. Thanks to Matt Moore, our producer back here, for keeping us straightened out. And we will see you in about 3 weeks.